murders are us. You nab 'em, we slab 'em. Number 2 speaking.
My code name is Bow Wow. Let me speak to number 1.
Not here, Bow Wow.
When will you be back?
10 to 20.
Minutes?
Years.
But he said you were professionals.
We are, but he got careless. Number 2 tries harder. Number 2 won't get careless.
Then you understand what I want.
Of course, Bow Wow.
Clam Cove Inn, the 13th, and don't mess up. I'll be watching.
Don't sweat it. Just make sure you have the cash.
I already paid you $10,000.
That was just a down payment. When the job is done, you owe another 10,000 clams.
Hello? Miss Beaupre? Anyone here? Miss Beaupre? Oh, wow. What a view. But what a fall.
Don't worry, lady, I got you.
Well, thank you, young man. You can let go of me now.
Are you sure it's a long way down?
And you'll find out in a minute if you don't get your hands off.
Just trying to help.
You could have killed me.
Well, there ain't nothing else to do in this stupid boy. Once those dingy babes get you on that boat, you're stuck there until the morning. And the dingy babes don't even own a dinghy.
Well, would you find Miss Beaupre for me?
Don't have to. Are you a guest?
Yes, my name's Lila.
Pretty stupid name if you ask me.
Oh, jeez. I didn't. And what's your name, little boy?
My name is Ronnie. I'm in 6th grade. I'm practically a man.
Is that what the Band-Aid's for?
Yeah,
Did you cut yourself shaving?
Yeah, I had to use my dad's straight razor. They won't hear that. They're in the kitchen.
Well, would you find Miss Beaupre for me then?
Don't have to.
Oh, jeez, it's enough to wake the dead.
Ronnie, you're supposed to be out here clamming with Mom and Dad. Let's get going.
I hate clamming. I hate clams.
Get out here right now or I'll give you another shiner.
Sisters. Ah, she hit me while I was shaving with the straight razor.
Oh, hello there.
Miss Beaupre,
Which one would you like?
how many are there?
3. Come on out here, girls.
Oh, your sisters.
Yes, and I'm Faith.
I'm Hope.
And I'm Charity. Our father was the preacher here in Clam Cove for years.
He always said people live up to their names.
And we certainly haven't let him down, have we, sisters dear?
Oh, no.
I'm Lila Dean.
Oh, that's a pretty name, isn't it, sister?
Very sweet.
Beautiful. She's very sweet, yes.
I'd like to check in.
Check what?
Check in. I have a reservation.
Oh,
I
do?
Yeah, I wrote to Miss Beaupre.
Which one?
Ladies, I have a receipt right here. I paid for 3 nights in advance.
Oh, you must be the one in the Neptune suite.
Oh, but she looks like she belongs in any suite. Maybe the sisters? Maybe the Coral Suite.
I don't care. I just need a room if you don't mind.
Oh, we don't mind. It's our business to let rooms.
Yes, you know, our dear father built this inn. He felt that it would be very popular with the tourists. Yes, 7 rooms, a dining room and a game room. Oh, but that used to be the temple over there, and it wasn't used very much until we installed that pool table.
Well, I can't wait to see it all. But if you don't mind, I'd just like a key. My doggies are barking from the hike up from the dock.
Certainly, my dear. How about the Neptune suite? A dinner will be served promptly at 6. We're serving clam chowder in honor of Colonel Horace Clancy.
Oh, he's here then.
Oh, yes, he arrived just this morning.
Good.
So you're familiar with this chain of restaurants? Crazy for Clams? The largest fish chain in the entire country.
Am I? I wait tables at one of his joints.
Really?
Isn't this a coincidence?
Yes, well,
Not really. I read in the company newsletter he'd be here.
oh, well, you know, this is where he first conceived the idea for Crazy for Clams, and he comes back every year. It's sort of a pilgrimage.
Look, I could really use your help. I'm sick of waiting tables at one of his places. I love to cook, see, and I've come up with this great new recipe for fried clams. Clams cucaracha. Ooh. It's a spicy blend of peppers, curry, and nuts. I know if he tries some, he'll put it on the menu and promote me to the test kitchen.
Isn't that a nice idea?
Well, would you like to whip some up in our kitchen?
Oh, can I?
Here, why don't you go up to your room, get settled, and then we'll bring you everything you need.
Oh, thank you. You don't know what this means to me. Thanks so much.
You think it's smart letting a stranger into the kitchen?
Well, we don't have anything to hide.
But maybe she does.
Ow!
Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Ouch, it hurts. Hurry, help him, please. Please
Rodney's
help him.
been attacked.
Oh my goodness, by what?
A crab! A big crab!
Hold still, Rodney. Wait a minute. How dare you, you maniac. He's my precious little Rodney here. Get away from him.
Come here, Rodney. Sit on the couch.
It hurts. It hurts.
He never could have stuck a stupid nose in the sand. I mean, what does he think he is, an ostrich?
Good George. Ow. George, what are you going to do? Ow.
Get this crab off.
Ow. It's not working. It's still stuck on.
Oh, I've got a surefire plan to get the crab off.
I'll have it off in one more second.
Ow. Ow. It's still stuck.
Oh, listen, Mr. Wilton, Mrs. Wilton. The crabs, they love the sound of a lullaby.
Yes. Our father taught us that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Ready, dear. Good night, little crab. Good night, my dear. I hope that you're done with your business here. Because if you're not, you're going to end up in my great big pond. There.
Oh, Missy, you're wonderful. You saved Rodney's life.
What's so wonderful about that?
Come along, Rodney. It's time for me to tuck you in for a little nap.
Oh, Mom! I'm not tired!
Do as your mother says, Rodney.
Come along, Rhonda. I want to curl your locks before dinner. In there.
Miss Beaupre, I have a bucket of clams here that I'd like you to cook up. I could eat them for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Good. Oh, lovely family. But sweet children.
Now I know why I always felt sorry for the witch and Hansel and Gretel.
No, Cousin Calvin. No.
But Horace,
How many times do I have to tell you to call me Colonel?
Colonel, my backers need their money.
Backers my foot. You play too many lousy hands of poker.
Really, Uncle Horace?
Colonel!
Colonel Clamsky, this is a family business?
Go on. Make like Macbeth and stir your cauldron.
Oh, can we get you anything, Colonel?
Come to think of it, Give me the biggest tin of rat poison you can find.
Oh, have you found a rat in your room?
I've got a family full of them, and the sooner we clean them out, the better.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, Colonel, we're your own flesh and blood, and you treat us like dirt.
All you want is money, and you know it.
But it isn't just your money, Colonel.
You've been living tidily on the allowance you receive every month. It isn't my fault you gamble it all away.
Without my investment 20 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to start your stupid chain of clam shops.
Cousin Calvin, take a quick hike before I get an even sharper lawyer who will cut your allowance down to even zero.
1/3 interest in Clazy for Clams is mine. You hear me? Mine.
Fool. Can't tell an ace from a deuce.
He's right, Colonel Clamsky.
Miss Holgrave, I pay you very well to type in silence.
Well, I guess I'll go type then.
You can't deny it, Colonel. 1/3 of the interest is his, and 1/3 is mine.
Your parents, you mean?
They're dead, remember? Their plane crashed in the jungle when I was 8, and they left everything they had to little old me.
So, you get a nice allowance too.
But it's not enough for 2.
2? What are you talking about? You aren't still planning to marry that lame-brained cowboy, I hope.
I love Tex. I always will.
Crying out loud, girl, he's nothing but a money-grabbing buckaroo who doesn't know which side of a horse to talk to.
You're so heartless. He's the best wrangler the Lazy Bee ever had, and he's gonna own the ranch one day.
He ought to. He's the laziest thing on it.
You're the meanest, nastiest, stingiest old codger this side of Scrooge. And I wouldn't be surprised if one day you woke up to find a knife right through your ice-cold heart.
My word.
Stupid little ninny. She knows I'll never let her marry some two-bit cowhand who'd take her for everything I'm worth.
Oh, Horace, I thought I'd find you here, the anniversary of Crazy for Clams.
Who invited you?
Your beloved sister? Oh, you know I wouldn't allow myself to be eliminated from all the festivities. After all, I own 1/3 of the action.
Get lost, Verna. You're not getting a cent from me. What are you doing?
Oh, you know, I just thought that it's summer vacation and I would love to spend my vacation here in this quaint little village I love so much.
You hate it here.
Oh, can I help you? Yes, I'd like a room for 3 nights, please. Is the anemone suite okay? A room is a room. Well, here, why don't you please sign the register? Thank you. Here's your key. And just follow me this way.
Try anything funny and see what you get, sis.
Don't get handy with me, brother dear. I know all your dirty little secrets.
Sounds like you got yourself a peck of trouble, partner.
What on you?
Check stating, Mr. Clam.
Colonel Horace Clamsy to you, you buffoon.
Oh, there ain't no buffoons around here. They're all out west grazing on the Great Plains.
It means idiot. You're an idiot.
And I want to marry Caroline. Despite what you might think, Colonel, I love her for who she is. You took away all your money. My heart still goes crazy every time she walks into a room. She's cuter than a calf in white stockings.
Well, Mr. Dayton.
You can call me Tex if you like.
Oh, I don't want to call you at all. Well, let me make this perfectly clear. Caroline, my only niece, is off limits to you. You are not to see her, talk to her, or in any way, shape, or form communicate with her. Do you understand, hombre?
Them sounds like fighting words.
Smile when you say that.
I don't want to have to do this, but in Texas, we got a way of dealing with situations like this.
Oh, she's gonna gun me down.
Oh, sounds good to me.
You'll hang like the slummy two-bit varmint you are.
Oh, there ain't a jury in the world that can convict me for killing the likes of you.
Now, young man, we don't allow firearms here at the Clam Cove Inn. You may have your revolver back when you leave.
Well, how's a fella supposed to get his girl then?
He isn't going to get his girl, and that's final.
Oh, you must like the Colonel's niece, Caroline.
I love it with all my heart, ma'am.
Oh, how romantic.
Too bad he don't see it that way.
Well, perhaps we can show him the way and help him to see the light. Will you be staying with us, Mr.
Dayton. Tex Dayton, ma'am.
Oh, Miss Beaupre, there's a horse on your back lawn.
Yes, it looks like this.
Well, shucks. That's an awfully beautiful portrait of Mirabelle.
The horse is yours?
I never leave Texas without her, sir.
Well, she's frightening away all the Laurus argentatus Smithsonianists.
She ought to frighten away someone with a name like that.
A simple herring gull, you ingrate.
And Miss Twitterman is a bird watcher. And Mr. McGrath here is a cartoonist. Perhaps you've seen some of his work. It's in practically every newspaper in the country.
No, I ain't into reading newspapers. Not unless they got a picture of my Caroline in them.
Oh, you're the cowboy.
How did you ever meet someone like Miss Clamsky?
Well, it was pure luck. That Porsche she was driving broke down not a mile from the Lazy Bee.
A match made on Route 66.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to enter my day's sightings into my log. I see the most unusual species of thrush.
Here you go, young man. You may keep this.
Oh, well, I thank you, Mr. McGrath. I'm gonna go show Mirabelle right away. Oh, and Miss Beaupre, I'm gonna be sleeping out under the stars tonight with Mirabelle, if you don't mind. It's just that I'm so used to my own bedroll, I don't think I'd know how to fall asleep on some silly old mattress.
Oh, dear Mr. McGrath, I know you came here for some peace and quiet.
Oh, you don't know what the New York rat race is like. The freeways, the elevator, the parking, the people. If I don't get a break from it all, I don't know what I'll do.
Well, I'm sure the guests here at the Clam Cove Inn will give you plenty of time to rest and come up with a whole batch of new cartoon ideas.
No, I sure hope so, Miss Beaupre.
Oh, good.
What's wrong?
They're all gone. I just heard on the radio there's a huge storm heading this way. Yeah, sounds like a real Lulu. Yes, Hurricane Lulu.
Oh, dear. Well, we mustn't tell the guests.
Oh, no, we mustn't. We can't
Mustn't tell us what?
Our recipe for mud pies. Yes, right. We're sworn to secrecy on that.
Are you ready to whip up some of your magnificent clams?
Show me to the kitchen.
Oh, right this way.
Can't be too careful, right? I'm Slade, Sam Slade. I used to work with the LAPD, but there wasn't enough action. So I started taking cases of my own, for clients and big bucks. I've worked with the high life, the low life, the stars, and the duds. You name it. And I've established a bit of a reputation. You see, I always get my man. I have this uncanny ability to see things other people don't, like you people out there. Yeah, I'm the best in the business. Because I keep my eyes open and my gun ready. Trouble is, I hardly ever get my girl. Matter of fact, I never get my girl. But this time I just got her. You see, I'm in love with this little waitress named Lila. Lila Dean. Isn't that the prettiest name you ever heard? See, I got this ring for her. But the very day I planned on popping the question, I found out she didn't make it into work. They told me she had a headache. But I knew better. I went down to her place, down to Clam Cove written all over a napkin, a tear-stained napkin. That could only mean one thing. She's allergic to those napkins. But you know something? She's here. I can smell her perfume. I gotta find out why she ran out on me. And that's not something I'm gonna find in any police report. You know what I'm going through, gorgeous, don't you? You know where she is? Have you seen her? Where is she? Just tell me. The kitchen? Which way's the kitchen? This way? Ah! There it is!
Let me see. I don't see why I should. I found it.
I'll tell Mom and Dad you stole it.
They wouldn't care about some little photograph.
But someone cut one of the people's heads off.
Don't you wish you could see it?
You beetle brain, give me that!
Sam, what are you doing here?
Running out on your man is no way to treat your man, Lila.
Sam, I'm in the middle of cooking clams.
So you want me to clam up, huh? Look, I didn't come here all the way from LA just to play the stooge. What gives? And I expect a straight answer.
All right, I'll tell you. You're my guy, Sam. You'll always be my guy. You mean a lot to me, Sam. But I can't stand our dates.
You pick the places. You say Chinese and we're having egg foo young. You say basketball, we're watching the Lakers. You say movies, and we're at Grauman's.
It's not the places, Sam.
I use scope, just right guard. I even floss before every date.
It's not you, Sam.
You're driving me crazy. What is it?
It's the bullet, Sam. Every date we've ever been on has been interrupted with someone trying to kill you.
Is that all?
Is that all? Sam, I don't know. You mean a lot to me, Sam, and I love you. I'll never love anyone else. But I don't like sitting in a Chinese restaurant being shelled from a limo outside. Sam, I love you and I won't ever love anyone else. Give it up and I'll be yours.
Give it up? But you're asking me to give up what I am.
Sam!
I don't get it. What's a few bullets bother? You know, if it were me, I'd be a lot more practical about this. You see, I'm insured to the hilt, and she's named on every policy. All right, hands up, slow!
I resent this.
Yeah, well, you don't go sneaking up behind Sam Slade, buddy.
Colonel Horace Clamsy to you.
I don't care if you're Bozo the Clown.
In heaven's name!
I heard a gun go off.
Are you a white colonel?
This guy really is a colonel?
Yeah, he's founder for Crazy for Clams.
Yeah, we just call him Crazy for short.
All right, I can guess you can put your hands down, but no sudden movements.
You know, you could sue him, Horace.
Rodney! Rhonda! Are my babies okay?
We heard a shot.
Just an accident, ma'am.
Wait, you're Mrs. Wilton? Are you from around here? You look awfully familiar.
Heavens, no. We're from...
Oh dear, how can my nurse survive a weekend here? Oh dear.
Oh, why don't we just all relax, everybody, and have an appetizer before dinner?
And some delicious clams, a new recipe.
Oh, clams a cucaracha.
I don't understand how you can eat one of those poor little creatures.
Easy, you just pop them in your mouth like this.
Do you understand that's a clam's baby?
Baby hasn't made us a lot of money.
Correction, it's made me a lot of money.
You swindling old fool.
You wouldn't be anything without my invest.
Cousin Calvin, are you all right?
Mr. Cobb! Mr. Cobb!
What's wrong with him?
I saw a bird go down once, just like that.
Oh, shucks. That fellow looks like he's wrangled his last doggy.
Hey, everybody,
afraid
there's a
you're-
big storm coming.
I'm afraid you're right, Buckaroo. This man is dead.
The sky's all black and hay. What happened to him?
There's been a small accident, children.
Accident? Ha! This wasn't any accident. None of this has been an accident.
Murders are us. You nab 'em, we slab 'em. Number 2 here.
Shut up, you fool. You got the wrong one.
Calvin Cobb was a worthless idiot.
If we went around bumping off all the worthless idiots, you'd be the first one on the list.
Be careful. You could be next.
And blow your 10,000 clams? Don't get funny. Just get smart and do the job right.
Are they doing?
Aha!
I don't know. You're passing them down.
You come back. Well, I'm just looking for clues. This dirt clod, I think it fell off of Cousin Calvin's shoe. And there's a little piece of seagrass encased in there. See? Yeah, probably not. You know what? I think you folks might know more about what's going on here than I thought. So, but I ask you a few questions here. Yeah, I heard that guy over there talking to his date, whispering something about murder. See, yeah, Cousin Calvin, he might have had a bad heart, or gallbladder, case of tennis elbow. But I got a hunch. My hunches are usually pretty good. I think Cousin Calvin was bumped off. And I know he agrees with me. What else do you know, huh? I need the facts, folks, see? We're all in this together until the storm blows over. So what can you tell me that I probably don't know? Anything happened before I got here? What's that? No. No phone calls or anything?
Tex pulled the gun.
Tex pulled the gun.
Tex pulled the gun? Who did he pull the gun on?
Colonel.
The colonel? You didn't hear, is there, did you hear any plots going on?
A lot of yelling and singing to a crowd.
All righty. Crabs?
Colonel was looking for rat poison.
Colonel asked for rat poison.
Calvin asked for money. Colonel told him no.
All right, Calvin asked for money. No phone calls, no strange phone calls or anything that you overheard.
Yeah, there was. And who knows?
Ah, okay. All right. So it was murder after all.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Slade.
Huh? Any luck, gals?
Charity's trying so hard to get the authorities, but the connection is so bad.
Well, during storms, we often lose contact with the mainland.
So no chance for a boat, huh?
No.
All right, well, means we're stuck on this tiny island with a corpse and a killer. Yep, Cousin Calvin didn't die of natural causes. He was bumped off.
Bumped off?
Iced, slabbed, slaughtered, slayed, disposed of, dispatched.
Oh.
Right, knocked off.
Mr. Slade, we don't need a thesaurus right now.
Oh, we need to get out of here. I don't want to stay in a house with a killer.
Or a murderer.
Oh!
Hey, where we go? Let me go. The water very 10 feet up. And the wind. Wind is so strong. We're stuck.
But you can help us, Mr. Slade, can't you?
That's my business, dolls. So, what'd you do with Cousin Calvin?
Oh, we cleaned off a shelf of sandwiches in the cooler. You know, he's quite comfortable in there. Would you like to have a ham and Swiss or a liverwurst and pumpernickel?
Not just yet, doll. But I would like to scope out the kitchen. I have a feeling I'll find the murder weapon in there.
Oh dear. Oh, my heart.
Oh, Faith, there's nothing wrong with your heart.
Oh, nothing like this has ever happened at the Clam Cove Inn. Never.
Oh, come along, Faith, come on.
But Uncle Horace, you're not being fair. I love Tex.
That's a stupid reason to get married. You marry for money.
Well, Tex has money. He makes $72 every week and all the beef he can eat.
I mean, real money, child.
Uncle Horace!
Stop that infernal noise or I'll take the keys to your Porsche.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
One phone call to my lawyer and your insurance is canceled.
I knew this would happen when she moved in with you. You spoiled her rotten, gave her everything she wanted, and this is the price you pay.
Who do you think you are, Dr. Phil?
What happened?
Phone's dead.
Oh, shucks. It's worse than a Texas twister out there.
Oh, Tex.
Caroline!
Oh, gag. Get your hands off her, you horse thief.
Don't call Caroline a horse, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
Put up your dukes!
Hold it! Yeah, these two make Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner look like best friends.
Oh, Mr. Slade, he's found out something awful.
What's that?
Rodney, give me back my Barbie.
No, Barbie bumped off Ken, so she's gonna stand trial on court TV.
I'd like to bump off a few people myself.
Appears to be catching.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Slade?
Cousin Calvin was murdered.
Nonsense.
Who'd want to murder Cousin Calvin?
Someone in this house.
But how?
He was poisoned. There was enough arsenic in those clams to bump off half of Podunk State's freshman class. See this? It says onion powder, right?
Sure.
Wrong. It's full of arsenic.
Well, that makes it simple. Whoever cooked the clams is the murderer of Cousin Calvin.
That's right. Who cooked the clams?
Yeah, that's right. Who cooked the clams?
Sam? Sam?
Oh, she cooked the clams. She did. Murderer.
What's going on?
That's right. She said she wanted the Colonel to taste her new recipe so he'd promote her to his test kitchen.
Test kitchen? Why, young lady, the only promotion you'll get now is to the kitchen at the state pen for life.
Murderer.
What's going on, Sam?
Oh, as if you didn't know. The clams you fried up for Cousin Calvin were poisoned.
No!
Oh, don't get too upset, dollface. There was just a little arsenic in them.
Funny. My recipe didn't call for arsenic.
Come on in here with me. I'll explain everything.
Oh, Sam, I couldn't have done anything to Cousin Calvin. You believe me, don't you?
Sure, baby, sure. I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Oh, jeez. Oh, she is one heavy heifer.
That was a terrible trick, whoever you are.
I'm sorry, it's just me.
Oh, that's a right scary get up, ma'am.
It was Colonel Kramsky's idea. Kramsky the clown. He's going to be an halfway crazy for clam size in a month.
Well, it looks like something from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I'm sorry, Miss Kramsky. I didn't mean to frighten you so.
Help me up and get that infernal thing off of you. Oh.
I thought the Colonel was down here. I was going to show him what the designers have done with his idea.
This was Horace's idea? He knows I have a weak heart. He knows what this would do to me. Oh, I think he wants me dead.
You just don't understand your father, Miss Kramsky.
Well, who does? He's the meanest man alive.
You must have said no again, huh?
He won't budge.
What can I do to get him to like me?
You need to be rich.
Well, shoot. I got $382 saved up.
It's no use.
Hey, now don't you go saying that. I love you and I want to marry you. There's got to be a way. Hold on a minute. I think I got an idea. Follow me.
Fine.
Well, Sam, you know I wasn't in the kitchen the whole time. I came out here to talk to you.
I know, I'm just checking, baby. Look, how about those sisters? Were they in the kitchen the whole time?
No, they went upstairs to put towels in the bathroom.
You know what that means? Well, there's another way into the kitchen?
Yeah, there's an old circular staircase at the back of the hall.
You know what that means, Lila? That means anybody could have put that arsenic in the onion powder.
That's great!
Not for Cousin Calvin.
Sam, you're so strong and brave. I know you'll think of something before the police get here.
Every job's got its perks, right? Oh, that's okay, baby.
Tampering with a witness.
Why don't you go on up and soak in a hot tub? I've got an appointment with Cousin Calvin.
Oh, Sam, be careful.
Don't worry. He's already dead.
George, let's go check that. George, something's fishy here.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Don't just treat me like any other woman.
Well, you're not exactly a chimpanzee.
George, that's a cruel thing to say. Husbands and wives don't talk to each other that way.
Oh, you couldn't pay me enough.
They have a good
I'm just not sure. Oh dear, I just know he's gonna find out.
And then we're really in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already in trouble, sisters dear.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's an envelope, and it has your name on it. I wonder, yeah.
Is it, good news? Good news? Well, I guess you didn't win the lottery.
And where are you going, Mr. McGrath?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, I was just looking for a snack. Oh, look there, sandwiches. Would you care for one?
I do, but my ulcer doesn't. I need a big glass of milk.
Oh, well, it's right in the cooler with Cousin Calvin. Good night.
Cooler? Cousin Calvin? Why didn't I just say New York?
About it. It's too horrible. It's just too horrible. There must be something that we can do.
Oh, why, Miss Clamsky? It's a terrible night to be out.
I've never seen a hurricane before.
Oh, well, there's not really a lot to see, is there? Just a lot of wind and a lot of rain.
Do you think we could get you some tea? How about a sandwich before bed?
Oh no, it's too early for bed. I think I'll just sit and do some crossword puzzles.
Oh, we've got one around here somewhere.
Yes, there's let's see, there's some.
No, we've got one around here. Where did it go?
Somewhere. Oh, no, that's a word find.
No, we got a crossword puzzle book.
Gardens. Oh, country life. No, not that.
No.
Oh, here it is. Crossword puzzle book.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. You know, I used to do a lot of crossword puzzles. And you know, I'm gonna sit here and do a little knitting.
Yeah.
Also, while you're doing that.
Yeah.
But I was quite good at doing crosswords.
She certainly was. Do you know that Charity once won the state crossword puzzle contest? She did. And you got this big plaque, remember? It was huge.
Yeah, it was pretty big, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember I won on a 4-letter word that meant a plan or a scheme. Miss Clancy, do you know that one?
Read. R-E-D-E. Didn't go to Duckworth College for nothing.
I didn't even go to
Charity.
What is
Charity?
What?
Charity?
What? Oh! Oh!
Who is it?
Oh! Oh! Somebody help!
What's the commotion, gals?
It's Miss Clamsky.
Oh! She's been kidnapped!
Kidnapped? My niece? Who could have done such a thing?
It was a clown!
This is no time to be funny.
Oh, we're not being funny. We saw it. We saw it. Yes, it was a horrible, horrible clown.
Murderess, you nab?
Shut up. I never said kidnap the girl.
I didn't kidnap anybody. I never do nothing that low down and mean.
I'm not gonna wait much longer. If I have to get rid of Bow Wow, I will. And I'll see that the same thing happens to you.
Keep your shorts on. I got it all set up for tonight.
Or else.
Oh, Mr. Slade, anything new on the investigation?
Tex and I checked everywhere. All right. So can we just get back to my questions? So cousin Calvin hadn't been back here in years.
No, not since they founded Crazy for Clams almost 20 years ago.
But the Colonel's been back every year.
Yeah, of course he comes back on the anniversary every year, just like clockwork.
It's a funny thing to celebrate.
Well, not when you think about how much money he made.
Now that's a telltale sign.
I know.
I think maybe Colonel Clamsky means more to this Miss Beaupre than a bucket of clams. So how about it, Miss Beaupre? You got the hots?
How about what?
You got the hots with the Colonel?
The hots? Mr. Slade, I don't know what you're talking about. And if you don't have any further questions...
Well, I do.
Oh, Mr. Slade, surely these questions will wait until at least morning.
There's a killer on the loose.
Oh.
And he might strike again, and it might be you. Go ahead and hit the hay.
Well, wait a minute. You just said...
Beat it!
What the... Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta be tough. Did you get it?
Felt like a crook, Sam.
Well, I felt like a heel grilling them in here so you'd have time to get it. You did get it, didn't you? Oh, you're the greatest doll.
Oh, there's something else, Sam. When I was in the Beaupre apartment, I overheard the Wiltons arguing.
Well, it's not that unusual for a married couple to argue.
Oh, Sam, if we ever get married, we won't argue like that, will we?
Not as long as you do as you're told.
Sam Slade!
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But we will put the kibosh on all the arguing. Anything you say, go.
Okay, then go upstairs, go and get in your room, lock the door, and go to bed. It's much safer.
Oh, darling. There's a killer on the loose. He might strike again. It's my job to stop it.
Oh, Sam, you're so brave and fearless.
Got it. I've got to humor her. I'll just put this in here. All right. All right, folks. Let's go back over the facts of the case. You heard these phone messages, right?
Nope.
Well, but how can there be a phone call if the line's dead? Possible that it was coming from within the house. Yeah, that's it. That's right! What do you know about the kidnapping? You know anything about the kidnapping?
It was planned.
It was planned? That's probably true. It was a clown? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even believe those gals when they told me it was a clown. So, is there anything else? Anybody wants to tell me about anything that's going on to help me figure out who did it? No? The clown? Was it a big clown? Was it like 7 feet tall? It was a skinny clown, so it wasn't Andre the clown. All right. All right, so nothing else. They've got nothing else.
Mr. Slade, there's someone in my room.
You're sure?
I heard him.
Him? How do you know it's a him?
He breathes like a man. He's hiding behind the curtain.
All right, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a flash.
Hurry.
Oh, here we go. That's all you got. That's all you got.
What is that?
Won't be bothering you anymore. I'm thinking it was something Rodney and Rhonda left in your room just to see what you'd do.
Those little brats. Those vicious little monsters.
Pat, hold the phone, Tiger Lily.
I'm tired. I just want to get some sleep.
So, just humor me. If Colonel Clamsky were to bite the bullet, who'd inherit all his money?
Been promoted before the crime's been committed?
Just keeping on top of things.
Well, Horace always liked to say that he was leaving his fortune to its.
It's what?
It's an acronym.
Not to those of us who care.
An acronym, Mr. Slade, is the International Taxidermy Society, ITS.
Oh, I get it. No, I don't.
He's a taxidermist. He likes to stuff things, especially his wallet. And he likes to watch our face when he tells us how much money he's spending.
But I hear that you've already got an interest in the business.
Yes, that's why Cousin Calvin and I were here. We each have an interest in the business. We haven't been paid 1 cent of profit at all, so that's why we came down here to collect our money.
Well, how's it going?
Ask Cousin Calvin.
Well, I guess I better go find Miss Holgrave and get to the bottom of this.
All right, I'm here. I said I'm here. You wanted to meet me, so show yourself. If this is some kind of game, I'm not impressed. And if this is some kind of joke, it's not very fun. Oh, it seems the costume designer finally got something done. Looks just like my cousin, nice and colorful. You're a regular cut up, aren't you? All right, we've had a little meeting. I'll see the clown soon. Looks like it'll work. We might have to make the face a bit friendlier. Well, I'm off to my room.
Oh, my word.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop that. Stop. What are you doing? Stop it. No, I'm afraid of heights. Stop it. No, let me go.
That's funny. I couldn't find Holly Holgrave anywhere. Matter of fact, I couldn't find anybody in there. It was very fishy. What's this? see, midnight, lobby, be there or be square. I wonder who this was for. Colonel Clamsky. I'll be. I wonder what that meant. It's a nasty night. Somebody left the window open. Honestly. Wait a minute. The window was closed when I left this room. Oh no, Colonel Clancy! Colonel Clancy, are you all right? Colonel Clancy, wave your right arm if you're alive! Looks like Cousin Calvin's gonna have company in the cooler. But I'll bet you folks already knew that, didn't you? So tell me, what happened? Who did it? Who did this to him? Clown! Well, where is he? I don't see him. Where'd he go? Right there? All right, you criminally careless clown, come out of there with your hands up!
Murders are us. You nab them, we slab them. Number 2 speaking.
All right already. You finally got the job done.
That's right, Bow Wow. Now you get to do your part. I want my $10,000.
Which do you prefer, Visa or MasterCard?
I only take cash. Cold hard cash. In unmarked bills. Put them in your suitcase in the luggage room. You have 3 hours.
Look, number 2, I'm entitled to a discount for your screw-ups.
What's the matter? Can't you pay up?
I'm having a little cash flow problem at the moment, and what with the storm...
Pay up, or you're next.
Awful early.
Oh, I couldn't sleep a wink.
Oh, well, I certainly hope you kept your door locked.
This is all so awful, and now poor Colonel Clamsky.
Oh, such a shame. Our cooler's so full, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, Miss Twitterman, where are you off to?
Oh, I'm off to find Elastoporus pharyngeus.
But Hurricane Lulu's still a Lulu out there.
Oh, well, I am well prepared. You know, the old-timers tell me the best time to find Elastoporus pharyngeus is during a bad storm.
Well, I'm sure they're crazy enough to go out in them. I'm sure they're the only ones that can do that.
That's why they're commonly known as crazy loons. Toodaloo.
Sam!
Lila!
Oh, good morning, Mr. Slade. Is there anything new in the investigation?
Not really, Miss Beaupre, but I did see Mr. Wilton in the hallway, and he needs 2 more towels.
Really? Don't that beat all? What do those people do? Eat them? Oh.
You must have had time to search all the rooms. Did you find anything out? Anything?
Well, Holly Hallgrave has a real talent for being in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
What do you mean?
She was hiding under the lobby desk when Colonel Clamsky took his dive.
Well, then she must have seen something.
Sure, a clown. She said she wasn't sure who was scared more, her or Bozo.
And you believe her?
I don't even believe my name is Roberto anymore.
Your name is Sam.
See what I mean?
Learn anything about the others?
Well, Mr. Wilton wears Mickey Mouse boxers. Miss Twitterman is a vegetarian. And at least one of the Beaupre sisters sang in a piano bar down in Tallahassee.
Sam!
And I found traces of arsenic in one of the guest suitcases.
Whose?
What's with the message under the door, Slade? In my sleep, tossing and turning since 4 a.m. An hour's sleep? What's the meaning of this?
Fess up, McGrath.
Fess up? What are you talking about?
I know you did it.
Did what?
Don't play the fool. There's only room for one of those in here.
I need a glass of milk.
I'll get it.
No, it might be laced with arsenic.
Funny you should say that.
I don't hear anyone laughing.
You brought the arsenic in your suitcase.
In my suitcase?
I found traces of arsenic powder in the bottom of your suitcase this morning.
You were in my room?
I didn't disturb you, did I?
I'll have you arrested for entering and breaking and entering.
I had a key.
You know what? You're out of your mind.
You know what? You're out of time. You've killed your last victim, McGrath.
I didn't kill anybody.
Then explain the arsenic.
I don't know how arsenic got in my suitcase.
Then what do you have against Clamsky?
I didn't have anything against Clamsky.
Oh, come on. It's written all over your face and all over your cartoons. From the very first time he opened his very first franchise of Crazy for Clams, you've been making fun of him.
Okay, I did hate Clamsky, but it had nothing to do with the money.
Yeah, then it had to be about love.
Oh, Sam!
He stole the only woman I ever loved. He used her and tossed her off to the side.
Men have killed for less.
So have women.
Yeah, but the arsenic was in your suitcase.
Well, couldn't somebody else have slipped it in, Sam?
That's probably what happened.
Then what are you doing here at the Clam Cove Inn?
Looking for some peace and quiet, but I haven't found a decent moment of it yet. My ulcer's jumping up and down and threatening suicide, and if I don't find some peace and quiet, I think I'll
kill someone?
I haven't killed anybody yet.
Now you leave him alone. Mr. McGrath didn't hurt anybody.
Then what do you know about this, Miss Beaupre?
Well, nothing. It's just that Mr. McGrath has been a client here for years, and I just know he'd never do anything wrong.
All right, McGrath, you can go, but don't leave town.
Where would I go?
Really, Mr. Slade, you're going to ruin our reputation.
I think 2 murders have already done that.
Hope, come on in here, sister. We found something.
Yeah. Oh, what? What now?
Yeah. I think you ought to see this, Hope.
Yeah, here.
Well, what is it?
Oh, dear.
I'll take that.
What does it say?
It says if we want Miss Clamsky back, we have to bring $10,000 to the lobby at midnight tonight.
A ransom note?
As if you didn't know, sister.
What are you implying, Mr. Slade?
No, come on. It's common knowledge. With Carolyn, Colonel Clamsky, and Cousin Calvin all out of the way, you're the head clam.
Well, you don't think that I would do anything.
Why not? There was no love lost between any of you.
I'm a school teacher. I am not a murderer. And as far as a ransom for Caroline, that's ridiculous. And if I am the head clam, why would I resort to a ransom to make a buck?
There's not a sign of her anywhere. If I ever find who did this, I'll rip his liver out with my bare hands.
Tex, we
Now
received.
that's murder, Tex. Be careful.
So what?
We received a ransom note, Tex.
Right, the kidnapper wants $10,000 in the hotel lobby at midnight tonight.
10,000? I only got $382 saved up. And 42 cents.
Well, wouldn't the Crazy for Clams franchise put up the money?
How about it, Miss Klamski? You got a heart?
You want me to get $10,000 here, tonight, in the middle of a hurricane, in cash? And I don't think this kidnapper will take traveler's checks.
Shucks. Well, I'm gonna save Caroline if it's the last thing I ever do, because I love her. And I want the Colonel to know it. Where is he?
You haven't heard?
Oh, Mr. Dayton, it's just awful.
Heard what? I was outside all night looking for my lost Caroline.
Huh? The Colonel's been eliminated.
I didn't even know he was playing a game.
He's dead. He was tossed off the out balcony at midnight.
Well, I'll be hog-tied and bushwhacked.
Oh, come along, Sisters dear. I think our guests are going to be hungry for breakfast.
Yeah.
Wait, George!
No. Rhonda, what's wrong?
Ronnie threw my Barbie in the cooler!
Well, that wasn't a very nice thing to do, young man.
No.
Stop it, Grandma!
What did he say? I think he said, "Stuff it, Grandma."
That's what I thought he said. And if your mommy and daddy can't teach you how to behave, Grandma will.
What are you going to do, lady?
We're going to get that Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Granny, this I gotta see.
Oh, really?
Oh, goodness, somebody could get hurt.
And let's hope they're in the 6th grade.
Caroline, what are you doing here? If anyone sees you, our whole plan goes up in smoke.
Tex, our plan's messed up anyway. Uncle Horace is dead.
I know.
What are we going to do about this kidnapping thing?
Oh, if I had known your uncle was going to get bumped off, then I never would have thought it up.
Well, you know what this means, don't you?
No.
We can get married.
You and me? Yahoo!
Quiet, somebody might hear you. Well, at least I know you didn't do it.
Oh, Caroline. You know I never even heard her fly.
I know. I mean, I guess we could just tell them that they let me go, but they're gonna have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Wait, I could just come down at midnight, say, I found the guy outside, I beat him up, he runs off, and I find you there.
Well, it will be dark, so you won't have to say what he looked like. And if they want to know, say he wore a ski mask.
Ski mask. Got it.
Oh, Tex, I love you.
I love you, Caroline, but you gotta get back to the cellar before anyone sees you. Oh. What'd you forget?
Oh, that crossword puzzle book. There's nothing else to do but count cans of beans down there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's coming. Hi!
Crazy kid.
Oh! Would you look who it is? It's the world's greatest detective, Sam Slade.
What's up, Tex? He's acting mighty suspicious, ain't he?
Up? Nothing's up.
Yeah, you're acting pretty peculiar there, partner. It's okay, what's going on? I know y'all saw it, what happened?
She's hiding behind the couch.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm just shook as all, Mr. Slade. I mean, Caroline's still out there in the hands of them vicious kidnappers.
Vicious.
And who knows what they'll do to her if we don't pay up that 10,000.
Yeah.
Why, she's just as defenseless as a chipmunk on a rainy day.
Oh, yeah, chipmunk. Yeah, just as defenseless as a chipmunk wearing black shoes.
Black shoes?
Hey, who's that?
Who's who?
That person lying there on the floor that looks suspiciously like the bottom half of Caroline Clamsky.
Would you look at that? It's Caroline. Come home to me. Well, I bet those vicious kidnappers just let you go, didn't they?
It's no use, Tex. Any idiot could have figured it out by now.
And I'm not just any idiot.
Shoot.
We wanted to show Uncle Horace just how much Tex really loves me.
Yeah, if I could save her from the kidnappers, he'd surely have to let me marry her.
So instead, you just bumped him off.
Oh, now wait a minute.
We did no such thing. Caroline was down in the cellar all night. I spit them out with Mirabelle.
Another woman?
His horse.
And she's out in the shed. You can go ask her if you want.
So, you wrote the note?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do all night. But now we don't know what to do because poor Uncle Horace is dead.
Yeah. You know, this could still come in handy.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the killer's probably after money, right?
Huh?
Another 10 grand isn't anything to sneeze at.
Are you talking about a trap?
That's right, partner. I think that $10,000 might just be enough to lure the killer out of hiding.
Wow, it could work. And you won't say anything, Mr. Slade?
I might be hard-boiled, but I got a soft heart.
She had no right to chase. She had no right to chase our little Rodney, George.
Well, it's her hotel, Glenda.
Mr. Slade, do you think she had a right to terrorize our little son?
Listen, lady, if he were my kid, I'd have put him out on the ice years ago.
George, did you hear that?
I wish I would have heard it years ago.
Really? What about Whoa.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Cowboy, can we go pet your horse?
Yeah, can we? Can we?
Oh, I don't know, kids. She's pretty terrified with this storm going on and all. I don't think it'd be such a good idea.
I want to pet the horse. I want to pet the horse.
Can I ride it? Can I please?
Okay, all right, come on.
George, you go along too.
That'll last about 5 minutes.
You go along. Go along. I've got to try and make a phone call.
Go ahead, honey. We'll meet you out here.
Oh, Miss Milton, I didn't know the phones were working.
Well, they're really not. Well, are you out of a job now? Seems like.
And that's Miss Clamsky supposed to keep me on.
Well, what about Caroline?
We haven't heard anything, just a ransom note.
A ransom note?
Very suspicious when you consider the family fortune.
How much do they want?
$10,000. Not here by midnight. No, not much when you consider the fortune.
$10,000? Well, are they going to pay all of it then?
What, you?
Yes.
What, anything from the kitchen?
You know, I would love a croissant.
I just live for those cream cheese croissants.
Coming right up.
Mr. Bill.
Oh, well, I tell you, I can't find anybody. It's a little jumpy, aren't we?
Well, what do you expect after 2 murders?
I've got a question. So, is there any truth to what Miss Klamsky says about you being a little familiar?
That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know those people.
Why do I get the feeling she's lying? Why do I get the feeling everybody's lying? Why do I get the feeling somebody's watching me from behind? Is there somebody else here? Yeah. Clown? You're not just clowning around, are you? All right, well, there's not a whole lot of places to hide in this room. See, I'm gonna check behind the desk here. Cold? Cold? Well, there's chair?
No. Warmer, Bill. Warmer.
Bush? This way? Curtains?
Cold. Cold.
Oh.
Warmer.
Go!
Mr. Slade, what happened? Are you all right?
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Too bad you're not dead, you nosy creep.
Here's some cream cheese, Miss Norman.
Trying to catch a little nap and exploding murder. Uh-oh.
Stop with that infernal typing, Miss Holgrave. My head is about to burst.
I'm sorry, but the all letters that must be written, the Colonel would want like to go on.
Oh, I'm so glad that we're all here. Of course we are. That stupid detective told us to stay put.
He isn't stupid, Miss Klamsky.
Oh, yeah? Then how come we're all being systematically eliminated?
He's playing a game again.
No, Tex, but somebody is. A deadly game.
Uh-oh.
Well, we brought some snacks. Yes, the cooler was getting quite full of bodies, so we had to unload some of this stuff.
Oh, Charity, please!
Hey, don't you have another one of those chocolate eclair cakes?
Yeah, and I want a hazelnut layer cake.
Now, kids,
Oh, shut up! Hey, how can you talk to your father like that? When?
No skin off our noses.
You said a mouthful, kid.
Sam!
Well, I'm glad you could all make it.
Like there's any place we could go.
Well, good news. The radio weather station said the storm is just about over.
The authorities should be able to get here in the morning.
So that means we've got to nab the killer before he or she has a chance to escape.
But how do we do that, Mr. Slade?
First, we start by telling the truth. You people have more secrets than a deodorant aisle.
And you're very good at digging up all our dirt, aren't you, Mr. Slade?
Yeah, but there's always more. Take you, for example, Miss Clamsky. I was going through Colonel Clamsky's papers. I found this letter you wrote him last week.
Oh, you wouldn't read that out loud.
I'll skip over all the brother you're a bum stuff and get straight to the good and important part. If you don't give me my third interest in Crazy for Clams, you'll find yourself clammed up for good.
That sounds like a threat if you ask me.
Nobody asked you, Hopalong Cassidy, and anyone knows that's just a figure of speech. A metaphor. Any 8th grader would know that.
A metaphor for murder.
Oh, Miss Clamsey, I find it hard to believe that any of your students would believe that you were a murderer.
I believe it.
You know what? I'd like to get you two alone in my class for just 5 minutes.
Miss Clamsky, what's your middle initial? I need it for this corporate report.
Hey, Miss Holgrave, lay up those keys.
But walking calms me down.
Yeah, this does seem to have you a bit rattled, doesn't it, Gorgeous? Of course, would you mind telling me again why you were down here when Colonel Clamsky took his midnight dive?
I heard him leave his room and come downstairs.
You're just checking up on the old boy.
I was worried.
Makes sense to be upset when the man you love has been murdered.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you had taste, Miss Holgrave, and you were in love with Horace?
It wasn't the Colonel she was in love with, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I played the fourth.
Now you can plead the whole Bill of Rights. You can plead the whole Bill of Rights. Doesn't matter. It'll come out sooner or later.
Oh, you must have been in love with Cousin Calvin.
You can't prove a thing.
Yeah? What about this?
Where did you get that?
Cousin Calvin's room. I guess he was getting ready to spring it on you. It's gold, doll. Real gold. And it's engraved. To Holly, my dolly. Love, Cal.
Oh, you poor thing.
You're right, Mr. Slade. If I knew who killed Kelvin, I'd kill him like that.
What about you Beaupre sisters?
Us? Oh, us? We don't know anything about anything. No, we don't know anything.
I don't believe that.
No.
What are you getting at?
Yes.
There's a skeleton in your cooler and you know it. Why would Colonel Clancy come back here year after year?
Well, because this is where he thought up Crazy for Clams.
Oh, come off it. You know you don't believe that. There was some other reason. I think that was because one of you is the only woman he ever loved.
That's ridiculous. We hardly knew him. Why, he wasn't our type.
Quit lying, Hope. You left me for him 25-ish years ago. You left me for that scoundrel just because he had the big bucks.
Well, I couldn't help it. I loved him for what he was. I
could have given you everything. Instead, you gave me an ulcer.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Mortimer. May I get you a glass of milk?
Laced with arsenic?
Oh, no. Hope would never do such a thing like that, Mortimer. Why, we're birds of a feather.
Birds don't murder, Miss Beaupre.
What about bird watchers?
Are you insinuating I might have something to do with this sordid mess?
Well, when you put it like that, yeah!
Well, I've never met any of these people before I came here.
You sure? I mean, Miss Klamski, what was your brother's hobby?
Taxidermy.
Oh, how disgusting.
You were in love with Horace and you thought his hobby was disgusting?
And what was his favorite thing to stuff, Miss Klamski?
Oh, birds. Vultures, pigeons, eagles, whatever it was, it just made him want to sing.
Stop it! Stop it, he was evil, wicked, stuffing our feathered friends just to stare at their lifeless forms. Your brother was a beast, Miss Klamski. He's the one that should have been stuffed. But I couldn't have done it.
And why not?
Well, stuffing isn't my hobby. I can't even stuff a turkey. Thanks, sis.
And what about you, Mr. Wilton? Can you stuff a turkey?
Really, Slade, in front of the children?
Children. Oh, quit giving me the sob story. These aren't kids. They're actors, just like you.
And I'll punch you in the nose, Buster.
No, you're all employed by Factor Actors Incorporated. According to this receipt I found in Mrs. Wilton's purse,
What?
you were all hired to be her husband and kids for the weekend, weren't you?
Goodness.
Why'd you do a blameful thing like that for?
Hey, we don't ask for a job's a job.
Yeah, we don't like a buck too.
Really, Mr. Wilton, this is a diabolical charade.
Yeah, and it's pretty phony, too. Who was she?
Her name was Grimsky.
That's grim.
Greta Grimsky.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Well, you know, she was thinner then.
And she had red hair.
Greta Grimsby. I should have recognized that. I should have figured it out.
Should have figured what out?
Well, she was the one that Horace hired to open his first restaurant. She's the one that sold him the recipe that made him famous for clams.
She didn't sell him that recipe, he stole it. She never saw a clam from the business.
You know, she did come here that first weekend.
And she was pretty angry that she didn't get to see him.
Yeah, I remember. Remember we heard them arguing and all, but we couldn't figure out what they were saying or anything, and then she was gone, and we never saw her again.
Oh dear, then she must have killed the colonel.
And then strangled herself.
But why kill Kelvin?
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he kill Calvin?
Well, I understand that it doesn't make sense to any of you, but when you've been in the business as long as I have, you start to see a pattern. All of you had a reason to kill Colonel Klamski, and almost all of you had the opportunity to knock off Greta Grimsky and the Colonel and Cousin Calvin. The question is, who'd want to do all three?
One thing's for sure. It's one of us in this room.
All right, which one is it? We know that Mr. McGrath hated Colonel Klamski because he stole Mortimer's girl. Ask me, she had taste and shoes. Well, then again, what kind of prize was she? And then there's Verna Klamski. How would you like to be in her class? She makes Cinderella's wicked stepmother look like Mary Poppins. And then what about Tex here? Is he really as down home as country gravy? Or is there a sophisticated killer hiding deep inside? No. Very deep inside. Oh, and then we got Adelaide here. She's got this thing about birds. But the world's got enough turkeys already, right? And then little Miss Holgrave, the perfect secretary. But hell hath no fury like a secretary whose boyfriend gets whited out in the first scene, am I right? Could it be Lila, the girl of my dreams? Tell me it's Lila and you'll be wearing a couple of 38 slugs. She's just not that kind of girl. And then there's Greta Grimsky, alias Mrs. Wilton, the cook crazed with revenge. She waited 25 years. For what? And then do you really think she strangled herself? All right, folks. Any ideas you can help me with? Just any directions at all. What do you think?
It's the Faith, Hope, and Charity.
Faith, Hope, and Charity? You know, that's one of the things. Carolyn has been invisible for a great deal of time. Who knows? And then, of course, you know, those phone calls. We know there was a murder plot. I think we know who was the major plotter. Anything else? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions here. It's going to be a tough one to pull out of my hat. You know, I just hope that the killer doesn't mess up the 10,000 clam ransom drop-off tonight. That'd be a real shame. 10,000 clams. Slade here.
Quit while you're ahead, bimbo.
Who is this?
You get too close to the fire, you get burned, buddy.
Think you're hot, huh? Well, you're gonna be a cold fish when I get through with you. 'Cause I got news for yous. Hey, you gotta listen to my news.
Puzzle book. You know, the one Miss Klamski was working on before?
Poor Caroline. I sure do miss her so. And that bum that's got her better not have harmed a hair on her head or I'll
kill him.
I gotta go outside. I gotta sing Mirabelle her lullaby.
Good night, Mr. Dayton.
You all said good now, you hear?
Find it? No. Well, sisters dear, it's been a long day, hasn't it? I think that we better to go ahead and turn in too.
Oh, it has. It has.
Well, I just don't know where that book could have gone. I don't know. Come on, Faith. We'll find it later. Unless. Oh, it's 11:45, Miss Dean. I'd get to my room if I were you.
You're the only thing I can hang on to here.
We'll just hang on as long as you want.
Sam, you're so brave.
Yeah, you're no slouch yourself, but you ought to be up in your room with the door locked.
Oh, well, I want you there too.
You do? Well, we could probably work something out.
If you wait down here, you're just bait for the killer.
Oh, baby, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Oh, if something would happen to you, Sam, I don't know what I'd do.
Darling, nothing's going to happen to me. Haven't you figured that out yet? I'm like a banana. I got a tough skin, but I'm real sensitive on the inside. Now, scram. The killer's going to be here any minute.
Well, how do you know?
The odds, kid, the odds.
Oh, gosh. You got your gun?
You bet.
You got your bullets?
Oh, no. I knew I forgot something.
I'll get them for you.
No, that's all right. We don't have the time. Just scram. I'll figure something out.
Oh, Sam, when this is all over.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah?
Sam. Oh, Sam.
Yeah. Cal never finishes a sentence. Oh, hey. Any of you folks out there got any 38 caliber bullets? No? All right. Well, I guess I better make this more conducive to murder. Attempted murder. All right, now just to get real comfortable. Oh, wait. Whew. Forgot the ransom money. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right.
Shucks, Miss Dean. All them folks are after is the cash.
I think you're right, Tex.
None of them's the killer.
Do you think we scared them all off?
I sure hope so.
Oh, look at Sam, sleeping like a baby.
Oh, I wish I had that much guts.
be all right.
Yeah, you're probably right. Why don't you get some sleep? I can keep an eye on things down here.
Are you sure?
Oh, shucks, he ain't nothing. Lots of nights I gotta keep watch over 2,000 head of cattle.
Okay. Night.
Good night.
Don't say a word.
Caroline?
I just said not to say a word.
What are you doing?
Come with me. We're eloping, that's what.
We are?
Yeah, I'm not waiting on this crummy island one more minute. We're getting off here. We're finding the first preacher. We're getting hitched.
Yahoo!
Would you quiet?
Yahoo!
You do love me, don't you, Tex?
I love you more than Mirabelle.
Oh, Tex. Oh, I'm gonna set up the ranch so nice and pretty, and we're gonna have a picket fence and a garden, and it's gonna be the most beautiful thing you ever did see.
Sounds nice.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I don't think we're alone.
Get away from me, Caroline!
Who are you?
You're trying to find Barnum and Bailey, ain't you? Ain't them the handiest hands you ever saw?
Did you kill Uncle Horace?
Now that was downright naughty, clown.
Did Greta Brimsky put you up to it?
Oh, and I bet she paid you off real good.
Oh, so the ransom money's gonna be your pay, is that it?
This is a hit, clown. Get down!
Oh, it's just a piece of paper? Stop it! Be careful, Mr. Slade!
Now, that's it for this clown. No more funny business for her. It.
But who is it?
Heck if I know. All right. So what do you people think? Who is it? Is it, raise your hand if you think it's Mortimer McGrath. Or Vernon Clancy? Faith Beaupre? Hope Beaupre? Charity Beaupre? What about Adelaide Twitterman? All right, and let's see, Lila Dean? That's right. Right, all right. So, yeah, that's right. It wouldn't be Lila Dean. Uh-oh.
Where do you think you're going, funny bones?
Get back in there.
All right, let's see who it is.
Adelaide Twitterman?
Well, your answer in that a day is cooked.
What are you talking about, bozo?
Oh, any real bird watcher would know that an answer in that a day is a goose.
Oh, and I bet her real name ain't Twitterman either.
Surprise, surprise. My real name's Cora Cleaver.
The Cora Cleaver? The ace hit person that's wanted in all 50 states and 14 foreign countries?
Yes.
Miss Cleaver, may I have your autograph?
We heard shots. Oh, so did we. Oh, Miss Caroline, you're safe and sound.
Now what's the issue?
Anybody try anything or come near me, this will be the first person ever ball pointed to death.
Well, I guess the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, you rank amateurs trying to outwit a professional. I've been at this way too long to get careless. Now you try to follow me, and you can kiss this numbskull goodbye.
Oh! Lila! You saved my life!
Steve! I hid behind the couch. I was so scared with you down here by yourself. And oh, gee, I didn't know I had it in me. I guess that's what love can do. I'll say.
Come on, Caroline. Let's go find that preacher. Storm's over and Mirabelle's up for a good swim to the mainland.
Wait a minute, Caroline.
Now, if you intend to pick up where Uncle Horace left off, Aunt Verna.
Miss Holgren, could you go get me a contract? What I'd like to do is give you my share of Crazy for Clams. I mean, after I've been paid off and I've been gotten all my share of the profits. And in exchange, I'd kind of like that mansion in Sarasota, the one by the seaside. I plan to retire.
Why do I?
Aw, shucks, Caroline. Your family ain't such a bunch of rotten eggs after all.
Oh! That storm's over, all right. Oh, just feel that nice sea breeze.
I want to go out and play.
Me too. Can we? Can we?
What do I care? You two weirdos can do anything you want. I got a commercial I got to study for.
Come on, Mr. Redcraft, let's play horses.
I don't want to play horsies.
Come on, we won't even use our spurs.
Help! Somebody help!
We're gonna get you.
Nice, Horsey. Come back, Horsey.
Well, that ought to do it.
Now what? Oh, let's go cool our heels in the cooler for a while. Come on.
Oh, and Mr. Slade, thank you so much for everything.
Oh, and to think, you didn't even have a reservation.
Oh, it's so beautiful, Sam.
Yeah, baby, it is. So what do you say? You wanna wear my ring?
Folks, what would you do?
All right! Thank you, folks. I knew going through this whole thing together with you would be a great idea.
Oh, Sam. Oh.